everyone, so I thought today that I would kind of go through my hair care routine and how to maintain long hair. I have to kind of firstly apologise for the lights since it's winter here, so the clouds keep going in and out, and hopefully the audio is not too bad because there's quite a lot of cars going past on this street at the moment. I'll insert a picture of what my hair is like now. I thought I would kind of talk about my hair condition because obviously not everyone else's hair is going to be the same as mine. So my hair is naturally kind of frizzy and it's wavy, and it's kind of a medium to dark brown. So I thought I would kind of talk about my routine from washing it to styling it. And the first thing that I want to talk about is the shampoo that I use. So I like to use the Clairol Herbal essences, and I'll link everything down in the description, and I'll also probably do a cutaway of the product instead of having to zoom up on it. But I like this one because it's relatively cheap from the supermarket. It's really good. It doesn't have those added silicones, those are the things that are going to kind of leave a film on your hair, and I just really like it. I tend to buy it on special for about $10. Then I will apply my conditioner, and I like to use the conditioner that goes with my shampoo. It's the Clairol Herbal Essences one as well, and it has no added sulfates. Sulfates are the ones that are kind of going to strip the hair, since it's, it's cleaning the hair, getting rid of the oils, that kind of thing. So the fact that the conditioner doesn't have those added sulfates means that it's really going to moisturize the hair. And again, I get this for about $10 at the supermarket when it's on special. The thing that I like to do with my conditioner, which is probably different to some people, is I like to get a big dollop of it in the middle of my palm and put it all through my hair. The thing is, we shampoo our entire hair, right? So why not put conditioner on the whole thing? And if you've got long hair like I do, it's harder for the oils to kind of get all the way down your hair before the next time you wash it. So applying that conditioner all over is really going to nourish and moisturize your hair. And I tend to leave it in my hair for about 3 minutes while I do other things in the shower, like shaving, etc. So yeah. The next thing I do is there's two styles that I normally do, and that's straighten it, or I tie it in pigtails before I go to bed and leave it overnight. But when I'm straightening it, I normally like to blow dry my hair before I straighten it, and I always use a heat protector. This is so important, and the one that I like to use is just any old one from the supermarket, basically whatever's cheaper, to be honest. This one's by Schwarzkopf. It says 48-hour anti-frizz, and yeah. It's just really important to use this so you're not actually like burning your hair. But styling your hair with heat is really going to damage it. It's going to burn it, just like it would your skin, anything else like that. So yeah, I always use a heat protector. Always remember to put your heat protector on before you blow dry, and then afterwards before you straighten your hair as well. The next thing I'll do after that is probably apply some oil to my hair. I like this oil. This is the Garnier Fructis Oil. It's really cheap as well, again from the supermarket. I basically buy all of my products from the supermarket. I mean, they do the trick. I don't have a lot of money, and yeah. So I like to apply this oil. I put it after I've styled my hair, after I've straightened it, and it just gives it that shine, makes it look a lot more moisturized. And in between washes, I will use a dry shampoo, and the dry shampoo that I tend to use is just the VO5. Again, it's from the supermarket. I don't go out on a whim and buy those big fancy products. I don't particularly like this one because it doesn't smell that nice, but Batiste, this, whatever you want to use, it's cool. I usually apply it to my fringe because it gets really oily between washes because it's shorter in length than the rest of my hair, and I just put it in there before I style my fringe, and it's kind of a lifesaver actually. So yeah. Another product that I use is hair dye. I dye my hair, And I like to do my hair a blue-black. I find that the blue-black gets it really jet black rather than the normal natural black, because that's going to give a red tone to it that's kind of going to make it look a bit brown. And I basically, again, I get it from the supermarket and I buy it when it's on special. For me, when I'm dyeing my roots, I just buy one. But if I wanted to do more than that, I just buy two, and I comb the hair dye through so it's kind of spreading out evenly. And that way you don't have to buy like 3 boxes for really, really long hair. So things that I kind of wanted to talk about when it comes to long hair is, you know, you've got to have really good nutrition to have your hair look as healthy and as good as it can be. Because, you know, when you're deficient in certain nutrients, like, you're not going to spare it on just your hair to make it look nice. You're going to spare it for your organs, that kind of thing. So you need to make sure that your nutrients and your vitamins are just really good, because they're what's going to really help your hair look the best that it can. And what I like to use is, I like to use a multivitamin. I use this anyway just in case I'm deficient in anything, for example, but I think this one has zinc in it. I know that zinc is really good for your hair, your skin, your nails, that kind of thing. So it's really important to kind of get your vitamins and your nutrients in to help it keep its condition. But also, if you are growing your hair out really, really long, this is also going to help with that. And another vitamin that I take, just because for the longest time I've been iron deficient, so I take iron with vitamin C. The vitamin C is important because this is going to help you absorb all of those nutrients. And why is iron important? Iron is important because it's actually going to help your hair. When you're iron deficient, your hair actually falls out. I had an experience with this when I was maybe 14. All of my hair was falling out. I was pale. I was more pale than I am now, and it was not good. So you just need to make sure you're getting your iron in as well, especially for some pale goths, for example. We kind of don't pay attention to it because we're already pale, so we kind of don't realize when we are iron deficient. So yeah, make sure this is good as well. I'm a firm believer in we don't necessarily need supplements in our diet. We should be able to get all the nutrients we need out of our diet, but sometimes we're not as good with our diet 1 month or whatever, and we need to kind of top it up. So that's really going to help your hair keep its like good condition. I also wanted to talk about how to brush your hair. Some people may not know, but you should really brush from the bottom upwards. This is going to ensure that you're not tugging on those knots that you might get. You just brush from the bottom nice and gently. That way you don't get extra fallout in your hair as well. And when I'm a culprit of brushing my hair when it's wet. We're all told don't brush your hair when it's wet. Well, I do, and I like to use one of those big combs with the big teeth. Just again from the bottom, gently upwards. It's not going to necessarily damage it as much as you think it will, but if you're not comfortable with doing that, just don't do it. I also like to trim my hair basically whenever it gets a bit too long for me. But if you are trying to grow your hair out, do remember to kind of trim it as frequently as you can, because that's going to get rid of those split ends. So when you finally have that nice, beautiful long hair that you've been wanting, it's not going to be like straggly and gross. It's going to be nice and healthy, strong, shiny hair. And one last thing that I wanted to talk about is when it's windy outside, you want to remember to kind of tie your hair up. Because in the wind, you know, it's going everywhere. For one, having really, really long hair, it's a pain in the ass to have hair in your face. But also, you know, when it's windy, you're just going to end up getting it all knotted, and then when you go to brush it out, it's just going to end up breaking your hair. And so, yeah, just tie it up when it's windy or it's bad weather, and that will just help it maintain its kind of strength and its condition as well. Basically, that's really all that I do to my hair. I don't really do that much. Yeah, it might seem a lot to some other people, but at the price of having really long, beautiful hair, shiny, healthy, you know, it's not that big of a deal to just kind of look after it. And hopefully I didn't ramble too much about anything, and if you want me to go into more depth about any of the things that I've talked about, maybe you even want me to talk about bangs, that kind of thing, don't forget to comment down below, and I'll be sure to read those and hopefully make a video on that. And hopefully it kind of helped someone with you know, the kind of products that I use, you know, why you should use them. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.